Hey guys, Sean T. Phillips with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday Sean Video today. Taking a go out today, think things are on sale. Now I will say though, since last Tuesday, I'm okay now, but basically, the sickness that's been going on in the world the last over 2 years, well, I got sick again. Basically, I think it started, I don't know for sure, but I feel like it happened when I was at, the horror convention is where it probably started. I don't know for certain, but I definitely felt kind of weird the last day there. I don't know for sure, but I'll say though, I'm totally fine now. Everything is all right, but it was a rough couple days. I mean, right now though, I definitely am lacking in energy. There's not a lot of energy still. I think that's going to be what's going to stick around for a long time, but usually can last 2-3 weeks sometimes, I've read. But today though, new release wise, there is a handful of new things that are coming out. I'm not going to go to as many spots. I'm probably just going to go to the main big Walmart and then to the Best Buy. That's probably it today. I'm not going to go to as many spots, but the main stuff coming out today, the big thing was the movie Ambulance. That one comes out today. Also the film Morbius, that releases, as well as Father Stew. I did see too, there was something that was a Walmart exclusive shark film that was I think it came out today, unless it was a while ago. I saw someone put a picture of it up, but I think that's an exclusive thing I saw that Walmart has. I think they've had I saw one other random exclusive movie at Walmart. I don't know if they're going to start doing that a lot now, where it's a film where you can only buy a physical copy of it at Walmart or not, but I know I saw I think it said exclusive thing, so I definitely want to see what that one was. Other than that though, there's going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews at the end of this video, so stay tuned for those as well, and let me know too what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that are reviewed, if you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of them, and also if you guys plan on picking any of them up. But anyway though guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Walmart we go. And well, luckily enough, in here, it looks like they have everything out. There's actually quite a few things that came out today. This is one of the ones that I forgot that was coming out today. I knew this was releasing, but I didn't remember it was today. And I, for some reason, thought there was going to be a Warner Archive, one of the ones. And I guess it's actually getting an in-store release. There only is a DVD for this one, though. For some reason, they're not releasing a Blu-ray, but I'm going to have to get it because, I didn't absolutely love it, but I still have to have it because I love the original one. But they do have an exclusive from Morbius today. And this one is in this limited numbered enamel pin that's included in here, so it's a pin that's included in here. That's kind of cool. I never seem to have something that's a limited numbered item, so that's $34.99 for that. And then the 4K, they don't seem to have any more of the 4Ks. That's $27.96, $22.96 for the Blu-ray, and then $17.96 for the DVD of that one. This is another one that came out today, this one, Infinite Storm. This released today. I don't know anything about this one. If you guys have seen this one, let me know if this one's worth picking up. It's $14.96 for the Blu-ray, $12.96 for the DVD. This is one of the other ones that came out today, the Zac Efron one, Gold. It's another one. I don't know much about this. If you've seen this, let me know how this one was. $14.96 for the Blu-ray, $12.96 for the DVD. They have Ambulance here, which I really like this one. I thought this was basically, kind of like Michael Bay doing his own Christopher Nolan kind of impression of a film. That's kind of the best way to describe it, but I liked it. Then they have The Northman, that was last week. They also, some of the other ones today, this I don't know anything about this. This kind of came out of nowhere, this movie Fatherhood. Let me know, guys, if this is worth watching and picking up. I literally know nothing about this. This one kind of came out of nowhere. But they do have Father Stew here on Blu-ray down there for $19.96 and $17.96 for the DVD of that one. Over here, though, other than that, though, I'm trying to see what else was over here. I did see a few new things, though. Let's see, mixed in here, this Hostile Territory. This might have been today, same with this Wreslemania 2020. I know this, I never saw this Magnum PI, which is a exclusive one. So I guess it's a complete series on DVD set here for $49.96. And then they have the Smurfs here. I guess this is a new kind of CGI kind of animated Smurfs. I didn't even know that they did this. And it's the first season here for $9.96. But this is the one I was talking to you guys about. This one here called Alien Shark, which is a Walmart exclusive one. It's kind of interesting that they're doing this. And it has a bonus movie in here, Mysterious Island as well. So I guess it's it's on the same disc or something. I might just get it just because it's kind of weird, a Walmart exclusive. I've only ever seen one before, and the one before I wasn't that interested in. This one I might just get just to have one of these Walmart exclusives. This one came out today too, this Blood in the Water. This released today, that one's $9.96 as well. And then this one, We Need to Do Something. There is a Blu-ray of this. It has a totally different cover on the Blu-ray. This one looks interesting. If you've seen this too, let me know. This has Sierra McCormick in it. A good cast of Vanessa Stahl and Pat Healy. So definitely think I'll check this one out. Let's see though. Like I said, I know there's a Blu-ray though. But other than that, though, let me make sure there's nothing else mixed in here. As far as I can tell, all this stuff was like last Tuesday, like Eraser. Was this one? I think this actually might have been today. This one, Restart the Earth, may have released today, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see, was this new? This one, the summer one, this may have been new. I'm seeing some other things here. There's definitely a lot today. Let's see, Elimination Chamber, was that today? Over here though, here's another one that came out today, the off-season. This released today. There is a Blu-ray as well. It doesn't seem like they have the Blu-ray though. That one's $9.96. And then this one here, called like The Darkness of the Road. This is another one. So I have to read this one. A single mother on a road trip loses her daughter at a gas station in the middle of nowhere, searches for her. See, I always like these kind of like disappearance sort of movies, like kind of like The Vanishing and stuff like that. So anytime I read this like a disappearing thing at a gas station and stuff, I always, some reason, like watching those kind of movies. So I might get this one for $9.96. This is, I think, is new too. This Iron Cross, The Road to Normandy. Today's a lot of stuff that came out today. King Tweety, this may have been today as well. So yeah, today's a pretty big release day. For new things and everything. But other than that, though, it seems to be that's all the main new things. But definitely was not a shortage of stuff today. And, you know, luckily enough, too, they put all this stuff out. So that was really good today. Yeah, so in there, though, I actually ended up buying quite a few different things. So I ended up getting that, The Darkness of the Road one that I was mentioning. I don't know anything about that. And then that, you know, the Alien Shark, the Walmart exclusive one. And then I got the Witches, you know, one that they only seems to be the DVD of it. I'm really surprised, though, that Warner Archive, like, if they're only going to do the DVD, that they didn't end up doing like a burn on demand of the Blu-ray, or you know, they do like the press disc from their website and everything. I feel like though, I've noticed a lot of the ones that were like the HBO Max original ones, they haven't been doing Blu-rays of them. They've only been doing DVDs. So it's kind of funny. Maybe down the line they'll end up doing like a Blu-ray of the Witches one or not. But I still, like I said, I wanted to have it. And I didn't totally dislike it. I did like some things about it. I thought Anne Hathaway did a good job. Not, of course, you know, it's so hard to compete with Angelica Houston. She was so good in the original one, but still glad to have a physical copy of it. But now, though, like I said, sorry I didn't go to, you know, both the Walmarts today and the other Target, but I am going to go to Best Buy and stuff. But just not a ton of energy and stuff like that. But definitely, you know, glad this stuff was out and I don't have to drag to a bunch of stores and stuff today. So luckily enough, it was a day of things being on the shelves and stuff. But now I'm going to head to the to Best Buy, though. Into Best Buy we go. So we're going to head back, though, and see what they have and everything. And I feel like they might have something exclusive for Morbius here, since they did at Walmart. And I feel like maybe Target would have had something exclusive too. If you guys went to Target, though, let me know if they had anything exclusive for that one. So they do have one here. It's one of the, I haven't seen these for a while, one of the Project PopArt ones. They were for a while doing these ones like all the time. You'd always see these, and I haven't seen them for a while. So that's pretty cool that they have one. It's cool they have some of these ones left. It's $34.99 for that one here. And then, you know, other than that, though, they have the standard, you know, a Blu-ray here for $22.96, and then the 4K here, which has the lenticular cover here for that one. That one's $27.96. Let's see anything else over here that's new. But yeah, they also have Ambulance here, and there doesn't seem to be any exclusives for that one today. But then it's $24.99 for the Blu-ray, $29.99 for the 4K of that one. And I really like that one. I was surprised. I like that one a lot more than I thought I was. Let's see anything else over here. Let's check. You always have to make sure you check down here, because every so often there's random stuff here. Let's see anything else new here. Hell or High Water, that was a couple weeks back. These are all older ones. Let's take a look over here. So they have another one of the Morbius ones here as well. They have Raiders of the Lost Ark. I can't remember if this was last week or a week or two back. The Raiders of the Lost Ark 4K Steelbook. There was the exclusive Best Buy collection that had all the 4Ks together as well. Let's see over here, though. I'm trying to make sure there's nothing else mixed in these spots that I'm not like overlooking in here. Like Ted K, that was a week or two back. That was last week. Oh, they have Infinite Storm here as well, and that one is $13.99. Like I said, if you guys have seen this one, let me know, you know, how this is and stuff like that. If this is worth checking out. And then they have Gold here as well, $13.99. And then over here, though, I don't see anything else new. These were all the past couple weeks. Let's see, anything else mixed in down here? No, seems to be all the main new things here, though, as far as I can tell, though. So anyway, though, guys, that was all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also, though, in the comments below, though, let me know, anything new that you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K today. And if also, if you guys picked up Morbius, let me know, which edition of the film that you guys picked up. Let me know, too, if there was an exclusive at Target for that one today. I wasn't sure if there was. Probably at the time I didn't go to Target, there probably was one. But definitely was some interesting stuff that came out today. It was a lot of different things. So, like I said, let me know in the comments below anything new that you guys picked up today. Also, let me know anything new that you guys have watched on streaming, any new TV shows or any new films that you guys have seen in the theaters, anything like that as well. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Arrow Video, and this is one of those movies, if you guys have never seen this film, this is an absolute must-watch, and this is the 4K edition of the movie. I love this movie, and I kind of feel like, to me, this is a great, companion piece film to Natural Born Killers. They were made around the same time. They have a very similar kind of feel to it. This one, this movie's not as, it doesn't have all the kind of crazy, camera work and, different kind of mixed media where they would use, black and white and color and crazy, washed-out images and all the kind of stuff they did in Natural Born Killers. But for this one, though, it still has that kind of feel to it about people that are on the run. These characters are not, bad in the same way that they were in Natural Born Killers, but it had the similar kind of vibe to this. And this is the film here, True Romance. This is the brand new 4K Ultra HD edition of the film from Arrow Video. Now, keep in mind, though, this one only includes the 4K version of the film. It includes the 4K, and on the 4K disc, though, it has the theatrical cut as well as the director's cut on here. But this is one of those movies that it took me forever to see it. I only finally saw this movie for the first time, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, something like that. It was one of those things where I don't know why it took me so long. And it's basically, though, about, Kristen Slater and Patricia Arquette's character that basically have this, romance that kind of comes really fast, and then they end up basically getting married, and then people kind of coming after them, and it becomes this whole big thing about people that are coming after them. It's hard to explain. It's one of those movies where you really need to just watch this and experience this film, but it's amazing. It's one of those movies where it's all about the performances. There's just such amazing performances in here. Everybody is so good, but it's got a great cast in here. It's Dennis Hopper, Val Kilmer, Gary Oldman, Brad Pitt, Christopher Walken. Like I said, great cast on here. This one was directed by Tony Scott, but it has on here, though, like I said, the brand new 4K restoration on here, the theatrical and the director's cut on here by Arrow Films. It has on here, though, let's see some of the stuff that's on here. Commentary track on here with Quentin Tarantino, commentary track with Kristen Slater and Patricia Arquette, commentary track with film critic Tim Lucas, scene select commentary track on here, brand new interview on here with the co-composers on here. It has alternate ending, optional commentary track on here, has behind the scenes interviews on here, theatrical trailers, image galleries. And here's a look, though, inside here as well. There's also a booklet which has stuff about the production, photos, all that kind of stuff as well in here. And then there is a mini poster for the film, and it's a double-sided poster. And this has the brand new artwork for the movie, and then the original artwork, because I really like this poster here as well. This is kind of the original poster artwork. You didn't see this one too much. You would mainly see I think it was this image you'd see more often. Here's a look, though, at the brand new one on here as well. But like I said, if you guys are a fan of Natural Born Killers, this definitely, it has that vibe. I don't know how to explain it. It feels similar. The other movie that feels similar in the same vibe is U-Turn. U-Turn, I feel like that's another one that you could kind of almost have a triple feature of Natural Born Killers, True Romance, and U-Turn. This similar, U-Turn was the one I think that Oliver Stone did right after, I believe. I think so. And here's, that has lobby cards in here for the movie, as well. But like I said, great movie here. Really great release here. Glad this is available now on 4K. And a very, very cool addition here. The next one here, this is one that I was really interested in seeing. And I'm someone, too, that has always been a fan of this actor and watched everything, all the indie movies, the movies that he kind of makes jokes about in this movie, all that kind of stuff. And this is from Lionsgate. And this is the movie The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. This is the one that stars Nicolas Cage playing kind of a version of himself here. And basically, though, it's kind of like one of those very, very meta films where it's he's kind of making reference to people that kind of talk about how he plays this kind of out there characters all the time. He's always really loud and kind of crazy. And essentially he's playing, you know, it's kind of like he's having kind of the version of himself that he's playing kind of has like a identity crisis with himself, where he sort of talks to himself and sees the younger version of himself. And the younger version of himself is like going, "You are a real celebrity. You are supposed to be in big, huge films, not these throwaway things." And kind of giving, it's really, like I said, it's really interesting because it's like he's tearing up, like, kind of in a sense, like talking down to a degree some of the movies that he's done in the last like 6 or 7 years. And it's really it's very daring for him to do this, but it paid off and got Nicolas Cage back in the mainstream again, and now he's like a star again. So it worked doing this, but it doesn't always work doing something like this. But basically, though, he's poked kind of a joke in a sense about doing smaller movies and not the big tentpole Hollywood studio films and stuff like that. And sorry, I'm getting over, what happened and, what is going on in the world now. But basically, though, essentially, though, he ends up, kind of having some problems with his agent, not knowing what he's going to do. He gets this offer to go for $1 million to this guy's house to kind of meet him and hang around with him. So he just kind of agrees to do this, to go to this guy's party thing. And basically, when he gets there, he kind of ends up like finding out, though, that the guy is wanted by the government, and like Tiffany Haddish's character, like, wants him to spy on him. It becomes this whole big spy thing, and it becomes all these sorts of problems dealing with kidnapping and all sorts of stuff. I really like this one. It's like, I thought it was really fun. Like I said, I've been a fan of Nicolas Cage forever. I like all the crazy stuff, and I like Mandy. I like a lot of his out there indie stuff too. So I don't know. I thought this was fun, and it's a really out there concept. This has on here, though, deleted scenes on here, a bunch of different featurettes on here, South by Southwest Film Festival Q&A, commentary track on here. I remember original interviews, Nicolas Cage was like, "I don't think I could ever watch this movie because it's just too weird for me to like be playing this other version of myself that's not exactly myself." The next one here, this is from Lionsgate as well. It's a movie here called Escape the Field. This is an interesting one. This is kind of like the most thing that I could relate this to, honestly, is like Cube. It sort of has that sort of vibe to this, where it's like, it's not like at all like the scientific aspect of Cube, where you have to know all this problem solving skills and stuff. It's the aspect of Cube is where it's like waking up in a place and not knowing how you're there, and kind of coming across different groups of people, having to sort of try to work together to figure out how you're going to get out of this thing. And basically, this is about a group of people that wake up in this cornfield, out in the middle of nowhere. And they all have like different types of things with them. Like one of them has like a knife, one of them has a gun, one of them I think had like matches, but they all have this peculiar little symbol on it. I don't think there's anything of the symbol in the back of here, but it's like this weird little symbol, and it was making me think of Troll 2, where everyone had that like birthmark on their a little bit on their hand and different spots. It's sort of like that. They're like, oh, they all have the same thing, and so sort of like that. And basically, though, sort of weird sort of things start to happen in this field. And essentially, they're trying to figure out exactly how they're going to get out of here, what they're going to do. It's an interesting kind of idea. Like I said, it's got that Cube kind of feel to it. Definitely going to have to take a drink today. The next one here, this one is from Lionsgate as well. This is one to let you guys know that was available. This is a series here. This is it's 2 seasons set here. The Secret of Skywalker Ranch here, and this is season 1 and season 2 of this. This is a show that airs on the History Channel. This is basically, though, the Skywalker Ranch, where it had kind of a lot of different, UFO kind of related activities, and they had like strange sort of things that happen on this property. And it's basically kind of going and investigating, kind of looking into all this stuff and everything on this property here. Like I said, this is the complete for us first and second season here of the show. The next one here, this is one I really like. This this is like a very different, I thought, kind of movie from Michael Bay. It was kind of more in the sense of the movie Pain and Gain, which I really liked. I thought that was actually a pretty good movie, and one of the Michael Bay ones you didn't hear about as much. And this I know, to me, sort of felt, and as hard as this is to explain, and as weird as this is, kind of like Michael Bay does Christopher Nolan. And as weird as it is, that's what this felt like to me, in a sense. it was kind of like Michael Bay doing a Christopher Nolan kind of thing. It's weird to explain, but it's a movie here. This is Ambulance, and this is the 4K edition here, which includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital code. And like, honestly, with Michael Bay, I'm not the biggest fan of like Transformers. I don't like honestly like movies like that too much. I like Bumblebee. That one I really liked because it was more character and story and everything. And I liked, like I said, Pain and Gain. I did not like, the Pearl Harbor. I don't like a lot of stuff like that. But this, though, I really liked. And I liked watching the behind-the-scenes stuff, too. And just, it was cool seeing, too, Michael Bay, how much of this movie he was filming himself, like, and he was like taking the camera and like moving it around like crazy, like these, like they gave him a really light, small little camera that he could work with for a lot of these shots. So he was like moving it around, and I like his camera work in this too, because he would do this stuff where it was like he'd put the camera on like a drone, and it was like a trick drone that would like move really quick and like sort of like not steady, so it was like fast and all this kind of stuff. And he would be doing these shots where the drones would come to the action really fast, and it was really an interesting technique. And more something you would see like in a horror movie, like they would do like an Evil Dead and stuff like that, and he was using it in this movie. And it's interesting too, like it's like LA is like highlighted like this too, because it's a very, very LA movie. This is probably one of the most LA movies. It was almost like Michael Bay was like, okay, tax breaks are better in other states, but you know what? I want to make this in LA, and I'm doing it in LA. And I was cool to see something else big like this in LA, because you don't see it anymore. It's normally now Atlanta. It's New Orleans. It's other places. They don't do big movies like this anymore very often in LA, especially when they have to close the streets and all that stuff. And I think too, because of what's going on in the world too, especially more so when this was shot, they had access to a lot of things that I feel like would have been really impossible to shoot in. Like they were shooting in like the LA Convention Center and lots of places that you just don't see shot in very often. And basically, though, this is about Jake Gyllenhaal's character and Yahya. I don't know how to say his last name. Abdul-Mateen. Basically, though, they play brothers, and they end up. Yahya's character, his wife needs money for an operation, and he's not having any luck with getting the money. He's not getting approved for these, loans and stuff like that. So he has to turn to his brother, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, and his brother, has been like this kind of career bank robber who's always like stealing things and has a lot of money from doing this, but he goes to his brother to try and get money to help, and his brother says, oh, listen, I give you the money, but it's all tied up right now, but listen, I'm about to do this big robbery, and, if you, rob this bank, if you come with me, split the money, it's going to be millions. So basically, he ends up, talking him into coming with him on this thing. They kind of make the whole plan. And what ends up happening, though, is from the robbery, they end up escaping in this ambulance. And it becomes this whole big thing, and they have like a hostage in there that was injured, and they have to deal with the hostage. And then the woman that comes along, who's, Eliza Gonzalez from, she's the ambulance, works on the ambulance, and she comes along with them. And so basically it's this whole big thing about them getting on, racing away. Kind of has like a vibe of Speed a little bit, because it's all like in this ambulance. I don't know. I really liked it. I was very surprised at this. I thought this was really well done. I think this is definitely his best, Michael Bay's best film. I think it's the most about story and character development too, because like that's not always a big thing in his movies, honestly. So I was impressed. I was definitely impressed with this a lot more than I thought. But it has on here feature wise a bunch of different featurettes here on the film here as well. And the next one I got here is from Universal as well. And this is one here from director Robert Eggers, and this is the movie The Northman. This is an interesting movie. This is like very difficult to kind of explain, but it's like, if you guys know, like that director's other films, because he did The Lighthouse and he did, The Witch. He always kind of puts in some sort of out there kind of humor at some points too, like to kind of break up things. And this movie too is amazing cinematography. It is such the scope of everything and the look of this and everything. But it's basically though this kind of like a fighter kind of a guy who's basically, what would you say that he was? He's like a Viking, basically. He's going and getting revenge for what had happened to his father's death and stuff like that. So it's kind of like on this whole journey and stuff. But he comes across all sorts of these weird, creepy characters. The characters reminded me a little bit. The best way to describe some of these weird characters were like the weird witch character in Robin Hood. The one that, with the one from the 90s, that one I remember as a kid really well. Like, that one always creeped me out, especially the witch character. And this one kind of is almost like a whole movie of the witch character. In the weirdest way of explaining it, that's kind of what it's like a little bit. And it's one of those movies too where you're like, they go, like, you definitely know, like, behind the scenes are like, not dirty enough, put more dirt on them, cover them with more crap, you know. It's one of those type of things where it's like, you know, screw them up a little bit more, you know what I mean, more corpse paint, like stuff like that, and stuff like that. But it is a beautiful movie, but it is very, very brutal, and just an intense, well-acted movie. You know, has Anya Taylor-Joy in here, Nicole Kidman, you know, Bjork's in the film, Willem Dafoe playing another weird character as usual. You know, Ethan Hawke is in here, Alexander Skarsgård. Like I said, very interesting movie, looks great here on 4K. And the next one I got here is from Sony. This is a movie here which stars Mark Wahlberg called Father Stu. This is basically, though, about Mark Wahlberg's character, and his character, it's based, I believe, on a true story. I think some of it is. I don't... Yeah, it is based on a true story. But basically, though, his character kind of has, like, alcohol problems, kind of has ups and downs of the law, just, like, a lot of different kind of things that go wrong in his life. And basically, at one point, he finds this woman that he really likes, and she's, you know, Catholic, and basically he's, like, has to go and convert if he wants to be with this woman. And she's very, you know, serious about that and everything. And basically, though, he ends up, you know, gets into this car accident. It's a motorcycle accident. And basically, though, he kind of has this, like, change where he decides that he wants to be a priest. And he kind of wants to change his whole thing. And so it's sort of like, wait a minute. It's like, originally you wanted to, you know, go and be, you know, you have to convert to get with that woman. And now he's, like, converting to actually because then he wants to go and, like, to the priesthood. So it's an interesting kind of idea and all that type of stuff on here. Has on here, though, You Don't Know Stu, more about Father Stu on here, as well as 10 minutes of deleted scenes on this one. The next one here, this is from Warner Brothers. They sent over a free copy. This one, let you guys know that this one was available. And this here is this is a fun series. I remember the first season, how much I liked this. This is Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, the complete second season. This is a real kind of like total throwback to the old school Scooby-Doo. So basically, it's the Scooby-Doo series again, you know, with new episodes now. And it has that same kind of like old school vibe, and it has like different kind of ones where they come across like kind of characters. So it has like Dr. Jekyll and Hyde and all these kind of stuff, like House on Haunted Hill and stuff like that. Like they used to do back in the day when it was like Scooby-Doo would meet like the Three Stooges and stuff like that. But here's the look though inside here. Sorry guys, I'm coughing and stuff. I'm doing the best that I can and everything now. The next one here, this is from Second Sight Films, and this is the 4K edition. And I believe there's a limited edition version as well for this one. I'm pretty sure. I don't know for sure what was the exclusive stuff to the limited edition one, but I know there was a super limited one. But I appreciate Second Sight sending over the 4K disc, though. This is the 4K, the standard 4K of the movie Drive, which is like one of these movies where I feel like is the film that really got me into like synth wave, and really like I discovered like a whole type of music with this movie. I feel like a lot of people did as well. I think this was like 2011 when that came out. So that's how long I've discovered that kind of music. And now like that's kind of the main stuff I listen to is like the kind of music in this film. It's basically though, you know, it's an amazing movie though. It's a very hard to explain kind of film, but it's like very little dialogue, and it's just like, you know, it's, when I don't know, Ryan Gosling's character basically driving around and kind of causing these, like, attacking people and, like, and trying to protect. It's like I said, it's very hard to explain, but a great movie. Nicolas Winding Refn has, like, an amazing style to his stuff, and he's very into, like, Argento. And the thing that I love, too, with Drive is the lighting. The lighting in here is amazing. Like, the work and the effort that was put into that is amazing. But this has on here, though, what was the features that are on here? A new exclusive commentary track on here with Nicolas Winding Refn. On here, conversation with Nicolas Winding Refn on here, as well as a composer. Cliff Martinez, too, is amazing. His synth, the score on here is great on here as well. The next one here, these ones are from, RLJ Entertainment. This is one here called Off Season. This is basically, though, what was this one? They go to, it's one of those ones too. Anytime people go to like one of those islands, you always kind of know, like one of those islands out in the middle of nowhere where they have to take a boat over. You know, it's not going to be good. It's not going to go well. And those kind of movies too always kind of creep me out. Like the one I always liked that a lot was a movie called Dagon. That was the one I always think of. And then when I think of Dagon too, I always think of The Wicker Man, because I feel like the idea of Dagon was always kind of like Wicker Man. I know that's totally off subject, but I feel like the the story felt sort of similar to that in some senses. But basically, though, this is about, she kind of goes to this island because she found out that the gravesite where her mother was messed up, like vandalized and everything. And it's one of those things when she gets to the island and it's like, there's no one there to take her there. And it's like, there's no way to get off of the island. And the island totally shuts down for the season. So like nothing's going on. And then there's all this like weird go on when she's there with the people, and all the people there are incredibly strange. It's one of those type of things where it's like little by little she starts to realize something really off is going on this island. It's a very, very creepy slow burn film. Like I said, this one here is called Off Season. The other one here from RLJ Entertainment is one here called The Cellar. This one stars Elisha Cuthbert. And this is basically, though, one of these movies, with them moving into this family, the mother and daughter move into this new house, and basically, though, the daughter goes down. It's kind of like a weird, creepy house and everything, and the daughter ends up going down into the basement and then kind of goes missing. So it becomes this whole thing about what happened to the daughter, where did the daughter go, and then it's kind of figuring out what is happening in this house, and it's like sort of like a very, very slow burn, super creepy kind of movie. Very, very creepy movie. And it was great to see Elisha Cuthbert again. I haven't seen her in a movie in quite a while. I always think of her from that, of course, Girl Next Door, but the one that kind of liked more than I thought about it, like the years later after I thought about it, was a movie called Captive. I think it was with her, with that weird guy that kidnaps her. And it's one of those movies I always kind of really want to rewatch that movie again. This one has on here, though, interviews on here with the cast and crew. It has the Cellar visual effects before and after, director and producer commentary on here, and then the 10-step short film with commentary track as well on this one. The next one here, this is from, these are all from moviezing.com, and I have a link below where you guys can go to order these ones. This one I really like. This is also from Paramount. This is one called The Aviary. Now, I read some reviews, and some people were like, oh, this is kind of just a lot of talking, not a lot going on, but for some reason, like, I like this. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I really like super low key movies when it's just like people in the desert or the woods with an issue. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, if it's like certain people, I'm a fan of both the actors in here. Malin Ackerman is always great. Lorenzo Izzo, from Green Inferno. I've been a fan of her for years. So I really like both the actresses in here. But basically, it's kind of like one of those weird movies where, like, what are they talking about? They're like, oh, we got away. I can't believe we got away. We got away from this whole thing. So they're kind of, they got away from something. And within the first 20 minutes or so, you realize that they are escaping from some sort of a cult. That they've left from a cult. They're out in the middle of the desert. They have a certain amount of food and water with them, and they're trying to get to this certain town. They have a map and everything. So it's basically them making their way through, the desert, trying to figure out how they're going to get there. But along the way, though, certain things are happening. They're having like flashes or certain things that are scaring them along the way, and where they feel as if the person is coming after them from this cult. I liked it. Like I said, not everyone's going to like this movie. I, on the other hand, thought it was interesting. I like these kind of in the desert type of movies and stuff like that. So I definitely like this one. The other one, though, this is from moviezing.com as well, and also from Paramount. This is a movie here called The Ledge. This is another interesting one. This is basically, though, about a group of these two girls that were going, climbing and everything, and they end up coming across, like, these guys out there, and it's like the guys are really sort of seem okay. They're out there, they're kind of drinking, messing around and everything. And then like the one guy likes the one girl there, and they're sort of making out, and he kind of like basically tries to, it gets really inappropriate, and she runs off. She ends up falling off of the this cliff, and basically gets like, basically just is basically about to die down there. The guys don't know what to do. They say, oh, if she tells, we're going to be in big trouble. And so they end up, one of them puts a rock and kills the girl when she's down there. And basically, though, the other friend hears this because she's looking for a friend. And then these guys come after her. And it kind of becomes like, what was that one? Vertical Limit a little bit. One of those kind of ones where it's like trying to climb, where people are coming after you under like a disarray, terrible situation type thing. That's sort of what goes on. The other one here, this is from Paramount as well, and from Movie Zing, and this is one here called Chariot. I don't know how to say this one for sure. This one has John Malkovich, Rosa Salazar, and Thomas Mann. And this is one of those kind of ones it's kind of hard to, like at first, like from the cover, you might think it'd be like a robot type thing or something, but no, it's like it deals sort of with like and this also has Scout Taylor-Compton is in the movie, as well. But this also deals it's hard to explain it. It's like, it deals with like past lives and like reincarnation and things that you have been through in the past and stuff like that. And it's like dealing with like Thomas Mann's character and a past relationship and type things. It's incredibly hard to explain, but it's very, very interesting movie. And John Malkovich too, at one point, where like has this like insane kind of like orange hair wig, like the most insane kind of look I've ever seen. Like, I don't know how they came up with that style or anything, but it was interesting. Rosa Salazar, though, I've always been a fan of her forever. She was, in Lita Battle Angel and everything. She's always really good, Bird Box and everything. But I thought this was actually pretty good. It was, like I said, it's hard to explain, but dealing sort of with past lives and reincarnation and all this type of stuff. It's very trippy, interesting kind of stuff. And the next one I got here is from Blue Underground. This is the 4K Ultra HD edition here of the film Uncle Sam. And this has a great lenticular cover for this one. This is a really, really fun movie. I remember this one back in the day about a killer Uncle Sam and stuff on 4th of July. It's like kind of like almost like when you think of Jack Frost. It's kind of like a movie, similar kind of vibe, that a little bit. Has that kind of vibe, I guess, a tiny bit. But this is a really, really fun movie. I've always liked this movie. William Lustig, who directed, Maniac Cop, directed the film. But it has on here, though, has a commentary track on here with the director as well as the writer, Larry Cohen. Has a commentary track on here, another commentary track with William Lustig and Isaac Hayes. Fire stunts with commentary track on here, deleted scenes, gag reel, theatrical trailer, as well as poster and still gallery. And here's a look, though, inside here as well. Now, keep in mind, though, it only includes the 4K version of the film, so don't get this particular edition if you don't have a 4K player, because I'm pretty sure unless I imagine, I think I saw that there's a Blu-ray version as well for this one. The next two ones, these are also from, these are both from MVD, and they're from the Rewind collection. This is one, I'm a vampire. This is a great movie. Nicolas Cage. When you think of like one of the best early Nicolas Cage overacting movies, this is one, you know what I mean? Like, I won't lie, I kind of went to his school a little bit with some of what I did in Shark House a slight bit. Like, but, I like something's fun about overacting. Sometimes overacting is inspiring, and Nicolas Cage is the king of it, but he knows how to rein it in a little bit. Like in the newest movie, he reined it in a little bit. He did not rein it in this movie at all. He just went insane, especially when he finds out that he's becoming a vampire. But this is a movie here called Vampire's Kiss. Like I said, if you have never seen this movie, just do yourself a favor, just buy this movie and watch it, especially if you like Nicolas Cage, and if you like weird Nicolas Cage, crazy Nicolas Cage, over the top Nicolas Cage. This is one of the ones to watch. It's amazing. This is the one. If you, like I said, this is the top dog crazy Nicolas Cage performance. This is one of them, probably the one. So if you want the one to watch this one. And this has on here, though, a commentary track on here. Commentary track with Nicolas Cage and the director, photo gallery, theatrical trailer, TV spot on here. It also has a collectible mini poster in here. That's what's cool too, is with the Rewind collection. The first run, when they're brand new editions, they have the slip covers, and then they have the mini posters included as well in here. And in the other one here is one called Monday Morning here. And this one, I love this one, is really aged up, the cover and everything on this one. This one has on here, though, new high definition transfer on here. It has the original VHS version with alternate title, Class of Fear on here. Has an interview on here with the director. Has a producer of the portrait of the producer on here as well. And then here's a look inside here as well. Here's the reversible artwork for this one. And then here is the mini poster for this one here, as well. And the last one here, this is a crazy movie. This is from the director, who directed The Forbidden Zone, Richard Elfman, who's Danny Elfman's brother. I've seen Richard Elfman a lot of times, walking around Monsterpalooza convention and stuff. I always saw him, and he always had a camera and stuff like that, and it was like taking crazy pictures and stuff. And this is Aliens, Clowns, and Geeks. So this is one of those movies I won't lie, I would definitely love to work with Richard Elfman. Like he definitely has a strange, like, peculiar sense with things that I kind of feel like we get along with, because it's like incredibly peculiar. Like, and this one, they like literally let him do whatever he wanted with this, and it's just insane. It's basically, though, like kind of like this clown kind of guy, this guy getting into this other world and stuff like that, going and kind of coming across all these kind of strange characters and stuff like that. And that's basically what it is just going through and just seeing all these crazy different characters similar to the Forbidden Zone. And it has like lots of different people are in here though. This has like French Stewart is in here. Just lots of different cameos and stuff throughout here that you recognize and stuff like that. But just a very, very fun movie and everything. This one has on here though art, aliens, clowns, and geeks behind the scenes interview with the cast and crew. Interview on here with Richard Elfman. Has a music video on here as well as a theatrical trailer on this one. Anyway though guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give us a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.